This is a contest entry video for Shawn, whose channel name keeps changing. I'm on the side of the road. I was hoping for a bench, or picnic table. That didn't work out. Anyway, he's having a contest. It's kind of a choose your own adventure contest. You can do one of a number of different things, and everybody has kind of interpreted it differently. So one of the things you can do is mail him a mixtape that your sweetheart from 11th grade gave you. This is kind of a real pain in the ass doing this on the side of the road when cars keep coming by. So you can send him a mixtape that, from high school. The fourth song, I think, has to be from Black Sabbath 4 or Led Zeppelin 4. I can't remember. I'll leave the link so you can get these detailed directions directly from him. Another option you have is to eviscerate a classic album, like something from Rolling Stone's top 500 albums, and you have to be sincere. You have to really find one of those albums that you dislike and then tear it down, I guess. I haven't seen anybody do that. That's always, controversial. And then, Shawn is a big fan of 45's, of the 7-inch format. So the other thing that you could do was talk about 45's for 60 seconds or longer. This is going to be longer than 60 seconds. And my interpretation was he asked questions that I thought he wanted to have answered. I didn't, other people have, I think really he just wants somebody to talk about 45's. So I think I have questions that he kind of was posing in there, and I'm take it that's what he was looking for. So that's what I'm doing. So he kind of wants your history with 45's 7-inch records. I would buy those when I was young. I started buying 45's or 7-inch records in the 90s, when I was young. In the 90s, I guess one reason is because it was a cheap way to acquire, to get music, but it was also a cheap way to be able to listen to something, maybe from a band that you wouldn't otherwise be able to hear, right? Because it's not like now where you can listen to just about anything on YouTube or a streaming service or whatever. In the early 90s, that wasn't really an option. So that was one thing. And then later on into the 90s, especially when I was worked at a record store, I would buy more, and then I would start to really collect certain artists that I was really into. I would buy every 45 of theirs that I could find. But then further on and on, I started buying less, partially because I would start to feel burned by that whole completist collector thing, and it was also just the insanity of it and trying to not be insane. But you would buy a complete run of 45's, and then even not big artists would then would release the trove of everything on those, and it's now I have all these 45's, but you can get the LP with everything on them, or there'd be a box set or whatever. So I do still buy 45's. I think I just showed one that I bought recently that Linda Juala, I can't say the name, that had 2 tracks, and then literally within weeks there was an announcement of a double LP that collected all of those tracks, so, which I then bought. So I have the 45, and then I have a double LP that has that on there. This is a really bad idea doing this out here. But I do still buy them, and a lot of times it will be an artist that they don't have an LP, or there's other circumstances too, but for instance, there's an artist or group out of London called Los Bichos. Maybe I'll put a clip of, it's like instrumental, but they only have 45s, and I would actually buy one. Even knowing everything that I know, I would still buy one, except that they're like $50. They're like, these are like recently released 45s. They sell out instantly. Sometimes I think one of them sold out before it was even released, like sold out in pre-orders that are not on a label. Anyway, $50 for something where you know that those songs are going to be, they're going to release an LP, and those songs are going to be on that LP. You can pretty much guarantee. So I would pay regular price, even knowing that I would pay regular price possibly for the 45 because I like the picture sleeve and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to pay $50 for a 45. That is going to tank in value as soon as they, repress the 45 or release a LP that has either both tracks or the A side. My guess is they're going to have both tracks, or I think they have multiple 45. They do have multiple 45s. I expect that the majority of those songs are going to be on an LP at one point. The last thing he was asking about was about 45s in the record stores and the brick and mortar stores where you live. So I'm in the Phoenix metro area. I'm not standing in the Phoenix. I'm outside of it now, but I live in the Phoenix metro area. There's a lot of record stores. I don't even go. There's so many I don't even go to all of them. Very honest. Some of them I can't go all over town. There's a chain that people, I'm not going to mention names, there's a chain that people might know. And in their stores, they do have 45s. And they even have new ones as they come out. In the new release section, they have 45s. So you can get these. I would say that they're not,
nice and short, Michael.
They're generally not going to have what I want. And they're often, like if you look at their catalog items of 45s, which maybe they have, like this, I don't even know, a few hundred, let's say, probably less than a few hundred. They're often trashed. They don't take care of them very well. And they are, I think he was asking like store position. The 45s at most of these stores are not prominently displayed. They're in the back. I think you could go to these places and not even know they have them fairly easily, unless you're really seeking them out. Then there's other places that have, seem to not have any. The store that's called the In Groove, which is in Phoenix, which many of you may know of because the owner Mike has videos on YouTube. That place has the best selection of 45s that I've seen around here, and it's clean, and there's a lot of them, and it's a wide variety in many different genres. There's jazz 45s, there's punk 45s, and they're well taken care of. Anyway, that's it. This is my entry. Shawn, good luck with the contest. I hope you settle on a channel name. I'll flash the current channel name on the screen in this video. There'll be a link to his channel, or at least a link to the contest video, so you can see the rules. You can choose your own adventure if you'd like to play along. I hope this wasn't too jarring of a video. I think I'm gonna have to really cut this up because of all the noise. I'm gonna go get my car washed now. And yeah, talk to you guys later.